Hi, welcome to this session on 4 GST provisions which has been deferred by the GST Council. I am Chandan Goyal, founder and CEO of Blue Consulting Private Limited, which is an expert in managing indirect tax compliances on a pan-India level. We are a strong team of 115 people, and in the last 12 years we have worked with more than 100 reputed and professionally managed companies in India. So in this session, I'll walk you through 4 major GST provisions which has been deferred by the GST Council. So let's begin. We all agree that GST was introduced in a very rush manner because the constitutional validity was approaching near. And in the last 4 months in various GST Council meetings, the GST Council has deferred many provisions so that the unnecessary hardship can be avoided on many taxpayers. So let's begin. And our first such provision which has been deferred by the GST Council is e-way bill. So before GST, every state used to have their own format of way bill for transportation of goods from one place to another. Not only the format was different, the manner of issuance and the validity of way bill was also different. So when GST was introduced on 1st July 2017, it was announced that a different mechanism called electronic way bill or e-way bill will be introduced from October 2017. However, considering the continued IT issues, the GST Council in its 22nd meeting has also deferred the e-way bill till 31st March 2018. Even though the pilot will start from 1st July 2018, but the nationwide rollout is expected from 1st April 2018. And till that period, every state will continue with their existing format of way bill. The second major provision which has been deferred by GST Council is reverse charge on the supplies made by unregistered suppliers. So the biggest change which was brought in by the GST Act was to fix the responsibility of depositing the GST on the registered suppliers who were procuring any goods or services from the unregistered suppliers. The intention behind this provision was to shift the small scale unorganized players to the organized sector. However, this provision created an immediate unfavorable environment for the unorganized and unregistered taxpayers because all the registered suppliers, all the registered taxpayers started avoiding procurement from any goods or supplies from them because it created an unnecessary additional layer of compliance for the registered taxpayer. So accordingly, considering these issues faced by the registered or unregistered taxpayers, the GST Council has deferred this provision till 31st March 2018. The third provision of GST which has been deferred by the GST Council is TCS by e-commerce operator. So the tax collection at source by the e-commerce operator. As per the section 52 of the GST Act, every e-commerce operator is supposed to deduct TCS at the rate of 1% for all the net consideration being paid out by the e-commerce operator to the suppliers who are registered or who are selling their goods or services through the e-commerce operator. We all agree that majority of the suppliers who are registered on the e-commerce operator are small scale suppliers. And there was one additional requirement for these suppliers that even if their turnover were less than 20 lakhs, they were supposed to register themselves if they are selling any goods or service through the e-commerce operator. Considering the hardship faced due to the IT infrastructure, the GST Council has deferred this decision also 2 times. One, just before the implementation of the GST, 4 days before 1st July 2017, they deferred it, and again now the GST Council is confident that it is not the right time to implement this provision, so they have again deferred it till 31st March 2018. So now this brings us to the fourth and the last major provision which has been deferred by the GST Council, which is filing of the GSTR 2. We all are aware that since beginning all the taxpayers and GST Council is facing the IT issues since the implementation has started. And in the beginning, a new form, a temporary form 3B was introduced for initial 2 months so that the taxpayer can pay their liability net of input credit taxes. However, now considering the IT issues, the GST Council has extended 2-3 times, and now the 3B will continue to be filed till 31st March 2018 because the GSTR 2 related issues has not been fixed. And for the success of GST, it is very important that the invoice wise matching can take place, and it is only possible when a supplier can file the purchases made by it in GSTR 2. So GSTR 2 in its recent 23rd meeting by GST Council has been deferred till the time the IT issues are fixed and the GST Council will announce the date for GSTR 2. So till that time, the GSTR 2 has been deferred. So these were the 4 major provisions of GST which has been deferred by the GST Council. I hope this video and the content was useful to you. If you have any query related to any of the provision which we discussed, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.